Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Chef Gully, also known as Chef Gully. Today we are going to be making butternut squash soup, one of my favorites. Butternut squash is really hard to cut, and if you don't buy it pre-cut already, I'm gonna show you my secret. Wash it really good, stick it in the oven, and roast it for about 20 to 25 minutes at 350 degrees, and it comes out looking just like this. Nicely roasted and soft. See? Real easy versus the butternut squash that hasn't been roasted. And this also cuts your cook time in almost half. What you want to do is peel them. Now this middle part, once you cut it open, it has a lot of seeds. So have a little bowl, scoop the seeds out. So now that we have our butternut squash all cut up and ready to go, we are gonna start cooking. 2 tablespoons of oil, half a cup of finely chopped onions. Don't let that caramelize. You want it on about medium-high heat. Now that our onion has caramelized, half a cup of tomato sauce. You wanna add a little bit of salt, dried basil, and let it saute for a little bit. So now that the tomatoes have cooked down with the onions, we want to add our roasted butternut squash. So once they're nice and mixed, you want to add pure coconut milk. Now, this is not coconut milk that you drink or you use on your cereal. This is specifically made for cooking. And I use, it's not flavored, it's 100% coconut milk, not sweetened, doesn't have vanilla, because then it'll throw the taste off. So it's 1.5 cup of coconut milk. If you're doing coconut cream, do about 1.25 cups of coconut milk and add water to it, depending on how thick it is. So it's nice, ooey gooey, creamy. To let it simmer for about 15-20 minutes. Add a little bit of basil now, and you'll add some more later. Cover it up and let it cook. All right, so now that our squash, our soup is boiling real nicely and cooking down very well, we are going to stick it in the Vitamix or high-speed blender. And here we go. Transfer your soup back in the pot. And this is when you want to taste, let it cook down for about 5 more minutes or so. And this is when you want to taste it to make sure that you've put enough salt, enough basil. You can always add more basil. So my favorite thing to eat this soup with is French bread. Now this is optional, but I cut it, at a slant. And what I love to do is take some oil, rub it on there. I put a little bit of pink Himalayan salt and dried basil or oregano, or if you have Italian seasoning, stick it in the oven and roast it for about on 350 for, I want to say about 350 for 10 minutes or so, or until it gets nice and crispy. Now that the bread is nicely toasted, we're ready to pour our butternut squash soup in our bowl. Like I said earlier, if you don't want it too thick, you can add water, but make sure that you add a little bit more basil and seasonings. But otherwise, here it is. Very simple, fresh, nice, organic, vegan, healthy meal. See ya next time.